Now that Sage has settled down a little bit here. She might be nervous about me talking though. Me just talking at random is a little unusual for probably anyone. It has been at least a year since I have added anything to my humble Etsy store, and those tea stickers were the last thing I developed. Again, just for myself, since I often have tea that looks similar and I will sometimes forget what I put in the jars. Now, I know what has been top of your mind ever since a few vlogs ago. You have been waiting patiently for me to get those kitty cat Happy Meal stickers finished. Happy to say I finished the last design yesterday. Now, what do you say, Sage?
Do you want to make a sticker? Do you want to make a sticker?
All right, I have got my delicious tea. Hopefully it will give me the energy I need to get through this cutting process, because sometimes the Cricut machine needs a lot of patience. English breakfast, so good. All right, this looks a little odd, but I have 8 groups with 6 designs in each group. They're all in a stack. And when I tell Cricut to make it, it will arrange all those designs onto one piece of paper. All right, gonna say make it, and it's gonna think about it, and there you go. All the designs automatically arranged on one page. I am pretty sure that I need to change some ink on this, so let's see what's out. Looks like light gray and permanent pale magenta are out, and this one's low, so I'll leave that. Gray. Magenta is always a color that gets used very quickly.
Yeah, these are looking so cute.
The color turned out just right. Can't wait to see how they look cut. I hope these cut lines work out. I'm taking quite a risk without doing a calibration test first. It looks like they're going okay. And amazingly, I think they cut just right. Let's see how they look out of this page. Some of them aren't separating quite so easily from the cut lines, but that's okay. Oh, they look so cute. They're almost too detailed for their size, which is a downfall with me. I always make my designs a bit detailed. but I really like these, and it's exciting to have a new product. These are looking a mite bit small for this size of envelope, so I may get something smaller than this to hold them, but for now, this is what I have, so I'll just go ahead and pack these. Alright, it is already very dark inside, but not so bad out here, and it is time to photograph the product, which is always fun for me. So I'm going to see what I can set up on this table. So I think I'm going to use some envelopes and just some stickers I already sell as a prop, something to be mailed. Something like this, I think. Okay, I clipped a few flowers to add to the setup. I usually like adding something like this to my pictures. Just makes them look a little bit more unique, I think. I'm going to take this photo for now and then a few close-ups, and I might just call it done for that. Alright, mosquitoes are after me, so go in. Maybe see about getting some supper. It is now Friday in the afternoon, and I know this is going to be a short video, just some simple stickers, but I have been trying to make it all week long. I've got my comfort cup, something I feel like I need all the time, much like Linus and his security blanket, and Linus was one of my favorite Peanuts characters. I am someone who has low energy to begin with, and this week has been exceptionally a difficult one. It has been a struggle to have one or two decent get things done hours in the day, aside from doing my usual gym routine and just making myself some breakfast and some supper. I did just get back from the gym. I had leg day today. It was a pretty intense one. My legs were absolutely shaking when I came back into the house. I definitely want to check back in with some thoughts I've had this week later on, but for now I want to finish this month-long goal I've had of making these stickers. The tasks remaining are to edit the pictures, write the description, and post it. I've got all the photos imported and I was having a look at them, and I definitely should have dusted the stickers off with a cloth because they have quite a lot of little dust specks on them that I need to now remove by hand, which is, I guess, the one drawback of a physical product. They're not it's not damage to the sticker at all. This stuff will just come off with a quick brushing. But I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here and click each one of these little dots to make them look like how they actually look in person. So it looks like Etsy has added a few categories to their product listing, and they have a question that says, what tools are used to make this item? And they list an AI generator. So I'm hoping that whoever uses an AI generator is answering truthfully. And the next step that would be nice is for Etsy to allow me as a shopper to filter out anyone who uses an AI generator, just because I don't want to see that. My products are not made by AI. So of course I'm having anxiety over what to charge for these little stickers. They're so small that if I were selling them like in person, gosh, I don't know, $2. But the thing is, to mail them, I have to consider the envelope that they're going to mail in, as well as the little envelope that I'm packing them in. And also shipping is, at the time I'm making this, 79 cents. It went up 10 cents since the last order I had to ship out. So $3 barely covers the cost of the materials, much less the value of the product. So I'm almost wondering about like doubling the amount of stickers, like just because I just feel like 6 small stickers isn't very much. And so I'm thinking about like just putting 2 sets. Like when you buy something for $3, you get 2 sets of stickers instead of 1. I don't know. I never feel confident in charging money or asking for money. As if I am cold when it's been 90 degrees all day, but somehow cuddling a blanket is just more comfortable when I want to sit and talk. There's a bergamot right there. Green tea. Going a little bit lighter on the caffeine for the evening.
Oh, goodness.
It feels so good to get those stickers finished. I was listening to an audiobook today, and one of the things it said was, writing is easier than not writing. Painting is easier than not painting. For some reason, when it comes to drawing, I am the master procrastinator. Drawing and I have a very long history, very complicated. So I think a lot of the simple pleasure of drawing is often lost on me whenever I want to get down to it. This was something that never happened when I was a child, just drawing from my imagination, drawing for fun, drawing because I thought of something and could do nothing else until I got that thing out on paper. But the moment I felt like I wanted to do drawing for a career, that fun was all over. And I don't mean that fun was all over once I was an adult. That fun started going away, I remember, around middle school. So I was barely in my teen years, and I have been trying to get back to that feeling of pure enjoyment towards art ever since then. A little while ago, I was watching a art business advice video of sorts, and the speaker mentioned how stickers were just a very low value product and not worth having or making or selling at all. But for me, I would have to say they are the perfect thing to do right now. They have been the closest thing to allow me to get a sense of that joy and pleasure again, even though it's true that I am making a product, hopefully to sell it. The act of making that product just for myself brings me a lot. It's quite a lot of fun. I do enjoy the process. Enjoying the process is what I am trying to figure out how to do again. So, being a low energy person and having exceptionally low energy this week and a bit this month and this summer, making stickers has been the best thing I could do for myself. Right now for me, and I think for anyone trying to struggle to get back to something they enjoy, don't analyze everything like a business strategy. Just do the thing that you used to love. Figure out the other stuff later. Well, the subject of this video was to make those stickers. Making an art-specific channel is absolutely not my goal here. While art is a part of my life and a big part, my goal here is, and as cliche as this will sound, is to live an artistic life and document that. Right now, I couldn't even begin to know what that looks like. I think the best way I could describe what I am trying to go for is the way very young children live their lives during the summer. And I'm trying to think back to my very earliest of memories, possibly around elementary school age during those summers, and how every day felt like an adventure. And most importantly, I was absolutely present every day, and I didn't stress about yesterday, and I didn't stress about the next day. While I absolutely do not need every day to be an adventure, I thoroughly enjoy a quiet day at home with a cup of tea. I often spend a tremendous amount of time depressed about the past or fretting about the future, and I spend almost no time in the present day. So that is something I want to be far more proactive with in the future. Anytime I get out the camera and am consciously thinking about what I'm doing, I am immediately in the present. And it really gives my brain and my emotions a break. And I definitely need a break from my emotions. When I was downloading the pictures I took of the stickers, I noticed that I had taken no pictures for myself for the month of August. And I had taken very few pictures for the month of July, and hardly any for June. And I can say the same for the previous months of the year. I was going through my photo catalog from years ago, remembering that it was a difficult time. I was very depressed. And I was really surprised that I was able to take pictures for myself then. I often don't even remember taking those pictures. And I doubt they made me feel any better in the moment, but I am so glad I took them. They weren't anything special, they were just scenes around the house. Maybe a few pictures of the garden, of the cats, of a meal I might have made. But even though I am still in the same place, things look different this year than they did last year, than they did the previous year. I think it's a good reminder to notice just those little things, because they do change. So here is to taking more photos and recording more memories. Those most beautiful mundane things are a big part of an artistic life. So with that, I am so looking forward to getting ready for bed. I will give you a cheers and good night.